Yo, man, I told you I was coming right back, bro. I wasn't gonna be long, bro. We gonna bring y'all some of this Madden. I know y'all been fiending for some of this Madden, man. I get a lot of hits off that Madden. So we gonna hopefully let me sign in without having go back to the main. I don't think it is. Madden don't do that. You know, Madden is different. I'm in. Okay, I'm in this bitch. They told me to download the new roster, man. I was playing Dak the other day. I'm like, Dak is done. Yeah, me playing Dak. I'm like, Dak ain't. I'll update y'all damn rosters. Let's see what we gonna start today at, man.
I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
Oh, 25. Those games under 5, bro.
It's not a conflict of interest.
With the business, West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. Neither one play games when swinging for them fences. We want the finer things that's expensive. They hit them either close range or at a distance. If God for me, why bother? I got my game from the Godfather. Top of the food chain, rock bottom. And handle my business when it was my problem. Jeep, flossing with a gold chain. I got my Turkish rope with matching gold things. Bomber jacket in the winter, it's a cold game. I met some East Coast up in Spokane. Some of the realest in this dope game. I got my curly top looking like special ed. Clean fade on the side, bumping that red head. Clean tags when I ride, ducking the feds. East Coast, they get that bread.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Miami Dolphins and the Baltimore Ravens.
Kickoff. Let's go.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go now.
Throwing to start here is Tua. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
And he goes out right around the 39. Tua finding Gesicki there for a Dolphin first.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Man,
so from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. A first carry now for Chase Edmonds. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. We'll get this to his running back, Edmonds. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
Oh, that's a big let off there on 3rd down because you've got to account for the running back coming out of the backfield. They didn't, and they got burned, not just for a first down, but for big yardage as well.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It's the veteran Justin Houston who got in there to make the stop.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
Tua's throws taken in by Waddle. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 17-yard line. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. A quick slant to Hill. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
Here's 2nd and 1 now from the 7. Here's Tua. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Third and 1, and Tua wants to throw it. Touchdown, Dolphins! Tua fighting his old Alabama teammate, Jalen Waddle. And the Dolphins are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. That was a really good opening drive on a number of fronts. 10 plays, very methodical, set the tone.
So you know right now, if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're on the sideline saying, okay, what do we have to dial up in order to get off the field a lot faster? Because both sides are out there for 10 plays, but one side comes off energized, and the other side comes off with some questions.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Jackson from the shotgun. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jalen Phillips just creating a disaster there for the offense as that one goes 16 yards in the wrong direction.
All right, man. I know I'm doing wrong.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced them to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Here's Hill on the return. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Ready, set!
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
We're going to bring in this one. It was straight zesty.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Tua. And that's incomplete.
All we got to do is jump
preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from the defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3-and-out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession and try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Working his way in there that time, Melvin Ingram to make the stop. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Jackson now. That's taken in by Duvernay. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Yeah. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Jackson. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. 4th down. Here's Jackson. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. But he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Sanders now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Jalen Phillips. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
That would complete to Crochet. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And 3rd and 8 now. Here's Jackson to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line.
Let's go.
Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. That would complete to Hill. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. 2 minutes to play. First half is 14-0. Second and 6. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Out routes are always timing routes, and if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He is going to find Hill here. And the Dolphins are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Everything's going right here in this first half. They've got a good lead, and part of that can be attributed to their success on 3rd downs. This is another conversion here. They can look to really open things up now with this 1st and goal.
Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
They'll go out to the flat for Edmonds. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. They call it a loss of a yard there. And this brings up a 3rd and goal. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Tua now, 3rd and goal. Touchdown! Tua finding his old Alabama teammate, Jalen.
You got me, BK.
It's another one. We got another one. It's her. Who that? Big baby slide through in that drop top. Something about Benz looking cute. That's honest. Her and her friends, big blinks and snatch waist. Yeah, she brought the. Ain't no way somebody daddy ain't gonna give her the spins with her ends. Cause yeah, she did it. She did it again. A few more tracks and this time she bought friends. Big baby on her way up and showed the steps to a man's. Not salute. Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro.
Some Viking boys.
'52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Minnesota Vikings and the Philadelphia Eagles. The Florida Atlantic man, Greg Joseph, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
On the set. Check mash, check mash.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And right away, he lost the football.
Wow. But a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Second and short now following the fumble.
Street. Go check.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Okay,
Line
ready?
of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Go, Reed, go.
Another run with Sanders. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They go play action with Hurts. And this one complete to Smith. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Drag him 60.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Chandon Sullivan. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
I'm not going to be stupid. Shout out.
Drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Joseph connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Mustang 19.
Hurts now hoping to make up for that pick six. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody cut. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Eagles. CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, and this is one of the best runs you'll see. A lot of times on these long touchdowns, you'll see he gets into the end zone untouched, but not here. He fought his way through contact, and it barely even registered. And he just continued down the field all the way to the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Cook again. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
On 3rd down, Cousins setting up the screen for Cook. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds here. The screen does get him 9, but it also brings up a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the 1st down.
They'll run for it. Cook. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Vikings.
I told you.
Seeing some pretty good offense here in this 1st quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game planned for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Ready? Buffalo 18.
Play action. Here's Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Hey, smash Broncos!
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. That one complete down the field to Smith. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 28. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
All right, you're on the rope.
Ready, break!
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Check, hurt, hurt! Dixie Maverick!
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. They go back to the ground with Sanders. He will push his way down to about the 14. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, check that, street.
Throwing is Hurts. It's caught. Smith. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Hurts sets up to throw it. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Following the interception, Cousins. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Another try after the 1st down sack. Cousins. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles are going to have the short field here as they take over right at the 50. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete.
It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Here we go, here we go.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Go.
Here's Hurts to throw. This is Smith with a grab. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. From the gun, it's Hurts. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard.
Couldn't protect my crown.
Dallas Goddard, 29 yards. And the Eagles are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the 1st half. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the 1st half. There's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, whether they want to let their return guy touch it.
Get this shit in.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime.
Score. Again.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he elects decides not to bring this one out as his guys will take over at the 25. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. A first down throw for Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think... Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Well, Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Goin. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles. And all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half, because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Meanwhile, here's a second down throw. It's knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Now Cousins. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked up by James Bradbury. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
19 light.
But first down, Hurts. Over the middle, complete. That's Smith. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Well, whenever you call and run the hitch route, a lot of times that ball's got to be in the air before the receiver even turns around. That's a result of throwing it so many times in practice. It's really a timing route. Make sure that ball's out of your hands, and oftentimes the receiver turns around, and there's the ball. Nice completion there.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty, but when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Boy, this boy is crazy.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Let's go, man.
Hurts. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Lewis Seen.
Oh, I'm gone, bro.
And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Again, it's Cook, but he will not get to the goal line. In fact, he won't get to the line of scrimmage as they push him back to the 2. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Throwing is Cousins. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
All right, we're going to go for it, man.
Running for it. Here's Cook. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. Cook turned away on 4th and goal. And this Eagle defense stands tall down near the goal line. And you wonder, Charles, could that decision come back to haunt them later?
And it really could, because in this situation, you kick the field goal in a tight game like this, that's a good play. But maybe what he's saying to himself is, I'm just not a big proponent of the old idea that any possession that ends in a kick I'm happy with. He wanted to be really aggressive.
A little twist here in the 3rd quarter. Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
On 2nd down, it's Cook again. And some space here. And he's going to be out.
Hey, boy, let me get loose out here.
97 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
KJ Osborne, the one he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
What would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Cousins now from the 50. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Fourth down, Cousins steps away. And that's complete to K.J. Osborne. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And that will force a turnover on downs. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And got his man complete. Touchdown, Eagles. A.J. Brown. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Eagles use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is up to 5. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, here's Cousins. Throw caught there by Osborne. Finding room at midfield. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Down to about the 37.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 32. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll try to throw now. Cousins to Jefferson on the slant. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. Cousins to throw. Rolling to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
There's that pressure. What I do, I got to get on my hand. You better be my hand.
Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. Oh, no, he lost the football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
Hey, check that street.
They'll go again with Sanders. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Just give me a chance, cuz.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down.
Go check.
Sanders toss left side. And some room to run now. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Vikings' 36-yard line. 47 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. That's a burst right there.
Go, Reed, go.
Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. Now a carry for Sanders. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
So fly, Eagles fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. Charles, for this losing side, their heads are hanging as they walk off the field today. And really, we know why. Those 3 turnovers by that offense, that's ultimately what doomed them.
And this is what coaches preach all the time to every team that we ever talk with. Taking care of the ball on offense, trying to take it away on defense. And let's face it, when you give it away 3 times in one game, you make it very difficult for your team to get the W.
You gonna show how many you lost? I ain't no sucker, man. I ain't gonna not show my shit. Yeah, I'm gonna show you. I'm playing Adam. We going. Alright, we down 5. Our first time.
Let's go.
Oh, yeah, hello.
Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. Said I'm coming for everything. You good, but to be great, you gotta have confidence. The next level was legend. You gotta have accomplishments. In any league, they considering me dominant. The long falls, you know the pit of defeat, bottomless. I was hungry way before I got your support. I hopped off the porch around the time that y'all got awards. Lyrical exercise, this what I call a sport. The 4th bar, brother, when I push the rock off the court. I got champion genetics. Champion genetics. Next level. One of the best. Remember me.
It's gonna be a good matchup, man. Charles the Saints, you know what it is.
We are about 10 miles or so southwest of downtown Los Angeles at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the New Orleans Saints and the Los Angeles Chargers. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway in Southern California. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Might stay in Inglewood. Oakland.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Next to receivers, they'll spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. They just got to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. Back to throw here, Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 22-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the 1st, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Once more, here's Eckler. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. First and goal. We'll give this one to Eckler. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. But down here near the goal line, you don't think of a cornerback in run coverage, but he made the stop.
Yeah, most of the cornerbacks we know, they want to be those pass defenders and take away one half of the field. But the best ones in the game are the complete cornerbacks, able to tackle and run support, as we just saw there.
That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Boy, such a good drive. You'd hate to have it end in 3. Do you think about going for it?
Absolutely. I mean, the fact that they moved the ball so well should lead you to the decision that maybe we should go for it right here. Also, as a head coach,
and this is caught. He's got a touchdown. Josh Palmer, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
Y'all know what it is, man. Inglewood.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
You taking this?
Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. As a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play.
Knock that knee out again.
That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
I blow ACLs, man.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. He's got Thomas yet again complete.
Trick play.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Was that a design pass, or what was it?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
What they want. He running, right?
Play action now. Winston. They'll find its tight end. It's Adam Troutman. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain of 32 that time.
You ask tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends it to the corner, great touch on the football, and they turn that one into a big play.
I forgot I got Khalil Mack back
there. Not much running room. He takes it forward for only a couple. It's 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw, Winston. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive.
I ain't went to many football games.
I think they put this
school
defense
scene,
on notice that that could be a really, really
fun
combination.
man.
On third down, Winston. That's complete to Troutman, right side. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara.
Just
And
run
now
over
they're
my
inside
man.
the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the 9, 2nd and 5. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a first and goal. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. Winston sneaking it, and he takes it across into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints.
Yes.
Jameis Winston scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Will Lutz on for the point after. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he'll weave all the way up to just a few yards shy of midfield. A great return.
In a tie game, both sides are looking for something to give them an advantage. It often falls back on special teams, and that return, that could be the spark to untie the game.
Open man is Palmer. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Meanwhile, Herbert's throw there complete to Allen. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. On first down, Justin Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're good.
And he takes it in.
Monster spike.
A 1-yard touchdown run from Austin Eckler. And the Chargers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. After the turnover, here's Herbert. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
On the screen, this is Eckler. Touchdown, Chargers.
You know what it is. Give me all that.
Still Eckler as the first half is winding down. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. The 40. Deontay Hardy. And he will score. Touchdown, Saints. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead will shrink to 6. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. On 1st and 10, Herbert. And that one complete to his receiver, Palmer. And up to the 45 before they're able to knock him down. first down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
That's DeMario Davis navigating his way into the backfield for a tackle for loss.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
On 2nd and 12, Herbert. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Saints are going to take over at their own 41. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Man, I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So after the penalty, now they need just a yard on second down. Winston to give, it's Kamara. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Winston on 3rd and 2. Open man is the tight end Troutman. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Kamara try the right side. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On 1st and 10, Winston. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Off the play fake, Winston. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Taysom Hill, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Saints have tied the ball game with a chance to go ahead now in the final seconds of the 3rd quarter. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And that one puts them on top here in the 3rd. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. Charger drive about to get going. So the offense back out now, coming off its first interception of the game the last time out, trying to reestablish some momentum here, Charles. But they're trailing Defensively, maybe these
I'm
guys
trying to
struggling
lose a big
to
key.
water a little bit.
Yeah, I think that they probably are. But what they need to do right now is just make sure they don't force the action too much themselves. They've got them on the run a little bit. You just want to be in a position where if they make another mistake, you're there to capitalize on it and take it away from them.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he'll go right back to Allen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Herbert trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to take possession here at their own 33. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. He'll start with a give to Kamara. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is recovered by the Chargers.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, 29 yards. And the Chargers have taken a 4th quarter lead. A late turnover so often the difference in a ball game, and here the turnover leads to the go-ahead touchdown.
So repeat after me, partner. You have to take care of the football. In order to protect the lead, you must take care of the football. Ball security. How many times do they have to say it? They've been preaching it since day one of camp, and it came back to bite them right there.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards.
Tried
He's taken down right at the 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Throw knocked away and incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. He'll get 15 and a Saints 1st down.
Well, they certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
Yeah, he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. 2nd down now.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there, but how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
A 1st down throw for Winston. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara.
Did that nigga just run over me like that, dog?
Inside the 30.
That's crazy.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Ready.
To the air again with Winston. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays.
All right, let's just put it on the table real quick here. This is 2-minute drill. You got to know they're looking for their #1 receiver.
Yeah, you think they'd be ready for that? That time they weren't. Caught on a slant. 4 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal. Gosh, given the time of the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so, but it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
Second and goal from inside the 5. Winston to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The former #3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the over that time.
Second goal.
I ain't take that time out. My stick drop. Damn.
Get pushed backwards to take a sack, but he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
3rd and goal. Keep in mind, very possibly full-on territory. Winston. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's able to break out one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
I'm not surprised right here. They got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. Bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. He's at the 50. The 30. 10, 5, and he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. So they go for it on 4th and goal, hoping to get 6, and it's 6 the other way.
If hindsight is 20/20, they would have gone ahead and kicked the field goal, but by being aggressive, it actually cost them. Give up 6 points going the other way.
Extra point good by Hopkins, and the lead now up to 14. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me,
and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, CD, for the losing side, they had opportunities in this one, but big plays just didn't go their way, especially late, and they have to suffer the L here.
It certainly felt like that takeaway, once it happened, and knocked the wind out of their sails, and they just couldn't get their equilibrium back.
I know what it is.
Yeah, that my Brooklyn, go see Chirac, Southside, C12, 911, good to the reality, we still outside. Mine on the riches, hard in the trenches. You can't throw dirt on the underground, we thriving. Ghana boy stocks on the rise, Charlie. This flex know they ready. See, we're not a ride nobody with. We're the ones who started with it. Translation, Yanni had to buy Yanni again hits. This goes so hard, even the ops go with it. That's how you know we lit.
We're gonna try to cook with Russ real quick.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Denver Broncos and the Chicago Bears. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25.
Y'all know we're going to start it off slow. Pumping fast.
They begin the drive with Williams. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Gotta like that start. 14 yards to get him going.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Play action. It's Wilson. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
Well, in every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
From the 36, Wilson. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Well, this boy must be fast. He's not running back.
And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Montrell Washington on the return from his end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
We're going to let Russ cook.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
No, I ain't going to let him do this.
Now they'll toss it out right to Williams. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. The Georgia man, Roquan Smith, came in and got it. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. K.J. Hamler, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Able to convert on 3rd and 14, a terrific play call. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 47. They give it to Williams, running right. He's got it to the 43 here.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles. He could play himself, as we just saw there.
Room here to run. 48 yards rush.
I believe that they've done that here.
And he swallowed up right near. And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. After 1-7-0 on EA. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be from the shotgun. Wilson.
That looked great when he first took off because it might. Hey, they got to him just in time, and now that forces him to make.
Zone, but unable to get it across.
Didn't get it this time. It's only the second quarter. Feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive. The line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss? Fields. He gets this to Jones.
Did you see that route the way that I did?
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, not doing very well.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it.
Defenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage. Gaps, you don't get the run quite as well. Towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Montgomery. He'll get this to about the 38. The last run got a couple. Here's second. run with Herbert. And hard running. On this play to move the sticks. Inside the 30. 10 last time, now a gain of 20. First of their timeouts as the clock will 4 seconds to go before halftime. He'll find Jones. And the Bears are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
See the momentum because now
touchdown Bears as the first half is winding. Bears go coast to coast and finish the Santos with an extra point, and it's now 14-0. Time. Washington now brings this out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, and not much time, we'll see how they play this. Out to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
All right, y'all, man. I know when to call it quits, man. I'm going to get about this bitch, man. I ain't going to embarrass myself no fucking further. I fuck with y'all, though, man. We going to continue to bring y'all this shit. I'm out.